Okay, I'm going to do this because look at the bottom left-hand corner. It says, did you know that Stalin had a secret lab to analyze the poop of other foreign leaders to do a psychological profile? I know that even today, American presidents, when they travel abroad, their poo is... they have to poo in special places because we collect it and we bring it back to be destroyed. So that's so funny that like Stalin started this whole like... get to know their poo and you'll understand their psyche, and apparently that's still like a thing today. Don't understand, but it's called a legacy. Okay, it's called a legacy. That's what that is. Anyway, welcome back to Factorio. Let's see if we have any logs. None logs. We built a new Teamsters office. Let's go ahead and get that second shift up and running because we got people who want to work there, so hopefully. Raid, treasure hunt, blueprint for a guard tower. Nice, we got a guard tower blueprint. Pretty sweet. Our constitution says it needs to be updated, but it really doesn't. It's a trick. And what are you out of? Milk? You are out of milk. And what are you out of? You are out of cotton. And what are you out of? You are out of logs, and you are also out of logs. Despite us having more logging camps than any other type of industry, we still cannot keep up with log demand. And I really think now, looking at it, 700, 300, 300, 400, 250, 48, 32, 240, I really think now it's a Teamsters problem. And I think this was the problem we were having in the other game, is that we did not have enough Teamsters going around and like picking stuff up. And I think that's a huge fault of mine. So let's just try to do it. Let's just try to inundate this area with tons of Teamsters, and let's see if that helps. Maybe you need to put another office over here, another office over here. Just maybe, you know what? Maybe I need to put one back here. Yes, let's put a Teamsters office right across the road from the main place where we build. Freaking, or we cut down logs, right? We have a flop house right there that's full to capacity. It is. Let's go look. We have 12 citizens that are homeless. Most of them are poor. Let's go build them a flop house somewhere. Where, oh where are the poor people living? Right there. Might as well just go ahead and throw it down on top of it. $900? Yeah, go ahead. Everybody moved in immediately. Yep. It would be nice if that would update quickly. The almanac. I don't think the almanac updates quickly. I mean, yes, this one here could have filled up with people who lived. Let's say that like they were living all the way over here in this this bunkhouse, and then when we built this, they moved, so they filled in this super quick, and then they left vacancies in the bunkhouse, right? But people who are homeless, they should be going into that bunkhouse, right, to live. And notice they don't have an overlay for shacks. Tell me where the shacks are at. They refuse to do so. You must hunt for them. And I don't mind the shacks, okay? I don't get me wrong. I don't mind the shacks. Like I understand, but I need to know where I need to build houses. And if you told me where the shacks were at, I would know that I need a flop house right here. It would make sense. All right, we're not gonna pay for that one because those three guys, like, they were waiting for something to do, like they're jumping on it. Muy pronto. See, they're gonna have that up and running in no time. Are we running on ×2? Why do we do that? And then we need another fire station. Not quite sure where I'm going to build the second fire station. The first fire station's over here. Guess it would kind of make sense to put one over this way. This seems to be... Ah, yes, the fire station is not government service. The fire station is a public service. There is a difference. So I'll put them right next to a firehouse so they can hear the fire sirens at all points of the day and night. Let's watch this one fill up. Oh, it was 9 from day 1. It was 9 from day 1. There, we just electrified a bunch of the houses. I'm surprised I didn't turn off our deal. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think we have a lot of electricity to play around with. Arriba. Hey, where's that mansion at? There it is. Look at that mansion. Upper class. Yeah, I got to electrify the mansion. And the houses, they got to go. Lovely. I'm just happy we have a family that lives there. And we have families that live there too. They're guards for the Presidente. I love that. That makes so much sense for them to live there. We probably need to put another flop house in over here. Because that one was at 9, like right off the bat. What are those? Are those flop houses? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, probably, I don't know if I should have built it that way. Probably should have built it over here. Maybe had a road connecting this. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. $33,000 at freighter. That's good. That's good. I guess we were at $0. Alright, now let's try not to spend any money for a bit. Ooh, what was that? Demand oh yes. We did the fire station. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Da-da-da-da-ba-ba. Wow, even with like one of the highest job offerings here, we still cannot get...
Our money's at work, Prez. I optioned the stock, stocked up on options.
Okay. Okay, cool. So he just said the word stock options. Would you like for me to explain what a stock option is? Perfect. 1,000 manure. Nice, we have a ton of manure. Is this tobacco again? Yeah, we're kind of out of tobacco. So what is a stock option? Most of the time when you think of the stock market, you're buying a stock and you're selling a stock, right? But most of the stock that takes place, like most of the trading, is through what's called stock options. It's not through like buying one stock and then selling that one stock and then buying another one stock and then selling another one stock. Usually it's not like that. It's buying and selling of stock options. And a stock option is, should I throw this on? Ooh, there's a really nice place right here for it. Why can't I build there though? It's like super nice actually. Maybe I turn it this way, you'll let me build here? For some reason it won't let me build like right there on the... Oh, I guess the road. Yeah, I guess the road didn't go straight. Ooh, oof. That sucks. Anyway, we'll do there. So what is a stock option? A stock option allows you to do something in the quantity of 100 stocks. All right, now what is that something? That something is a put, which allows you to buy stock and then sell it for a higher price, or it's a call, which allows you to buy it at a lower price and sell for a higher price. So how do you do that? How do you do a put and how do you do a call? Well, let's imagine that you think a business is about to go in the pooper, right? When the global pandemic started, I thought stocks were going to go, like we're going to tumble, right? So I bought a lot of puts. And then apparently the Fed decided, and this is the weird part, is that the Fed can do things to boost a stock, right? So a Fed can come in and they have programs that'll allow a company's stock not to go down, and if a company's stock is going down too quickly, they'll halt trading, right? So it's kind of a weird situation where you have the Fed influencing the stock market, and you're told that the stock market, it's against the law to influence it, right? But yeah, I mean it happens. So let's imagine that you think a company's going to go downhill, right? We have this what is this thing, a textile mill, right? And we know that people are just not going to be wearing clothes anymore, that a really cool YouTuber or celebrity said that clothes are stupid, so you know for a fact that this clothing industry is going to go down. So what you say is, hey man, The stock right now for this company is $100, but I'm going to sell you that stock at $90. Can you believe that? I'm going to sell it to you for 90. You can turn around and you can sell it right again to someone else for $100. You're going to make $10. You would do that all day long, wouldn't you? Look at that. We have a shack right there. Maybe, another shack right there. Let's put a flop house right behind the church, overlooking the graveyard, because it's a great circle of life. Right? So you would do that all day long. If someone walked up to you and they said, hey, you give me $90, I'm going to give you give me $90, I'm going to give you 100. And every time you give me 90, I'll keep giving you 100, right? You would take that all day long. But here's the deal. The option goes over like a week or a day or a month or several months. So someone says like, do you promise to buy 90 or 100 shares of this stock at $90 each? And someone says, yes, I promise to do that. And the person says, okay, but you got to do it. You can't do it right now. You have to do it in like 2 weeks. And the person says, sure, yeah, man. Yeah, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna give you, like $900, and you're gonna turn around and you're gonna give me, $1,000 more, right? I'm gonna get more money than I give, right? So the person says, cool. And during that week, the news breaks that the celebrity doesn't like clothes, and all of a sudden that stock goes all the way down from 100, it goes down to like $60. Now, when you buy it, because that guy promised to buy it from you at 90, right? Now, after that 2 weeks is up, you can go in and you buy it at 60, and then you got someone who's going to buy it from you at 90, right? And that person thought they were getting a deal. That person thought they were going to be able to sell that stock for 100, but now they can't. They're going to have to buy it for 90, and it's only worth 60, right? So that's how a put works. And a call is the exact same thing, but in the opposite. If you think a business is about to go booming, right? Like if we think that this toy company is about to just take off and they have an insanely good business model, we can tell somebody like, hey man, this company here, their stock is worth $100, right? But I'm gonna have you buy it at 80. So you come to me, and I'm gonna buy it to you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna sell it to you for 80, right? Like I'm gonna sell you this stock for 80. And the person's like, okay, fine. The value of this. Now let me back up. The value of this company is only worth 40, right? So let's just say their stock is worth 40, but you tell someone you're gonna sell it to them or you're gonna buy it from them at 80. The person's like, cool, I'll go out and I'll buy it for 40, and then I'll sell it to this chump for 80. But they have to go out and buy it, right? That's the big deal. They have to go out and buy it at 40, and then they'll sell it to you for 80. You have to pay them the 80. But what happens is, again, you say, give me 2 weeks. And the person says, cool. And in 2 weeks, this company, instead of their stock being worth 40, now their stock is worth 120, right? But you're going to get that at a discount because you're going to be able to buy it at 80, even though it's 120. So this guy has to go out and buy it at $120 a share, which pushes the price up. Then he has to sell it to you for 80, and then you can turn around immediately and sell it for the $120. So you're going to make money off of it. So a call and a put, those are the things that typically drive the market. I'm not a financial advisor. And yes, it's gambling. It's 100% gambling. Did that thing get filled up? It sure did. Man, we needed a lot of homes, and we still have homeless people. Look at that. A lot of them are broke though, and that we can't really help those people. But we do need some more well-off homes. So let's go find an apartment. And where ought we put a big old fat apartment? Where would we think people who are well off would like to be? I feel like the well-off people live over here. Let's put some apartments right next to the houses, right next to El Presidente, and then we might put in another bus stop. They put a bus over here. If we didn't already, I think there is a bus route. Yeah, there's one right there. Never mind. And back here we have some more flop houses that went in. We have tons of people working there now. Love it. Take and give. Yep, that's perfect. Let's see if we have any logs here. We have 1,000 logs stored. Perfect. Now please send those logs to this so that we can finally get this Axis trade route done. Oh my goodness. What is the other trade route we're supposed to be doing? Fish? Yeah, we just can't get anybody to work at the fisheries. Like, everyone refuses to work there. We're going to put it up to the highest. Yeah, now we got somebody who will work there. Now we got someone who worked there for $7 an hour. 2 people or 3 people. What about you? You gonna start working? That's rough. That's the only bad thing about having a high school and a college, is that you have so many people who won't do these jobs. Our raid here. There's a raid we can do. Oh, it's the pirates who can do rescue the mini, and they'll rescue a bunch of low tier workers. Like they'll rescue them from the sea, which I guess means they just steal them from the sea. We started with $500,000, and there we go. We're now in the negative. Yeah, I just don't know how to do it, folks. I guess it's the logs. Like, do we have logs here now? We do. We have 1,600 logs. Now let's go ahead and say that the logs can go into general circulation. They can be processed, or they can go to the deal. Let's see. He's going to drive in there. Nope. You going to drive in there? Pick up some logs? Nope. $21,000. That'll get us out of down to negative 6,000. We might have to stop playing this game because I suck at it. Like, that's a very distinct possibility. Oh, look at that. The revenue went to... Oh, they stole logs out of here. No! They stole logs out of here. There were 1,600 logs here, and they stole some out to take them to the toy maker and the plank maker. Oh, my goodness. 4 and 8, $6,000. Oh, that makes me so mad. It takes so much nailing to get these things to do what you want them to do. There's our 20,000. And we got 800 logs back in there again. They brought them back. All right, let them go. And look, the boats and the storage. Yeah, like remember we had meat and stuff in here. Like, now that stuff is out. So I think having the more Teamsters offices, I think that helped a lot. I think now we're actually getting well, I say that, and then we can't get tobacco where it needs to go. So. Oh, look. He's bringing tobacco. Yep, he's taking it to the cigar factory from the plantation. He's using the great bridge. Look at that. How cool. I love that. Oh, we have a guy walking on the Great Bridge too. Yeah, that's probably a really nice walk, you know. You going home? Where are you going? He's uneducated, he's poor, he comes from Russia. He's on his way to a flop house for a leisure activity. Did we build a bar out here? We did not build a bar out here. There we go. There's a little tavern. We don't have a restaurant out here either. We have like nothing for these people. We treat our people so bad. There we go. We have a bar down there, and we have a restaurant down there. So people can try to get a little bit of entertainment when that stuff gets built. Oh, and we're already out of money again. Great. But the cigar factory actually has a little bit of I get some cigars. And I got fishing boats out here fishing, so hopefully did I not satisfy that thing with the axis? Did those logs were that not enough? It was not enough. Oh my goodness, we have to do that again. Oh. We just say no processing, only go to the dock, and don't store them. Logs. Let's see if that helps. Let's see if that'll just cut out the middleman to bring the logs in. $10,000 for my treasure hunt. That's great. But also there was a dude on the internet, and he was talking to us about, in the Reddit, and he was talking to us about this steel company down in Brazil, and apparently there was like this really, it was very hard to get a hold of wood, and wood and steel were becoming the same price. Do another flop house. Wood and steel were excuse me, they were becoming the same price. Like it did, like you could build a building out of wood or you could build it out of steel. It didn't matter because the lumber was so expensive. So this guy was like, hey, this stock is going to double in its value And the call to get the double in value is like, I think it was like $100, right? So I went ahead and bought it. And because Robinhood turned off the buy button for GameStop, I sold that option for like $80, and then I moved to Fidelity. And what I should have done is I should have just transferred my account to Fidelity, because then my option would have transferred with me, because that option ended up being worth $12,000. Had I held on to that stock option and wrote it all the way out, that was a $12,000 stock option that I sold for $80. Right? And this is what margin is, by the way. So like, if you really get into stock options, you don't do like I do, where you buy and sell stock options. You're the guy or girl that watches the market and will take the bet, that will take the option bet or the call bet. And of course, you know, for calls, it's infinite money. It can go all the way up to whatever number. And if you hit a certain number where they're like, holy crap, like, you owe this guy $130,000 and you only have $500 in your account, that's what they'll do. They'll margin call you. Like they'll say like, hey man, you need to give us money, or you need, like, we're going to start seizing some of your other assets to cover this, because we're the ones who said you were good for it, and it kind of looks like you're not good for it, right? So that's what being margin called is. Hey, look, we're producing fish now. I didn't look up the knowledge thing. I completely forgot all about it. But the logs are coming in. So that makes me happy to see that this thing right here we can just bypass the storage phase and just tell people, listen, send the logs to this. There's 1,400. So the next one that comes in, the next boat, this guy right here, I think we're going to be able to finally get done with that part of the quest. Which that's part of the quest, by the way. Like the last 3 videos, we've been sitting here stuck on the quest. No, it's this one. It's the knowledge one that's part of the quest. This is just a thing that popped up. Man. This game, the best part about this game is the music. That's all there is to it. Just so fun. It's nice, it's relaxing. You don't have to worry about like blood and guts and blowing people up. You just, they have the, oh, hello. Interesting. I suppose a flop house is warranted out there. And let's look at our deal. 17 people homeless. Jeez Louise. And then 3 people without jobs. We have so many more jobs than we do, and we're at negative 8,000. I just don't understand. I don't understand how I'm losing money. If I'm getting rent from all these flop houses, right, and like all these flop houses have people in them, like we don't have like empty houses, like how am I losing this game? How am I not making money? Like what am I missing? Like, am I not? There's $35,000, $36,000. This is gonna help. There's some 4 and 8, 6,500. It's got to be these trade routes, man. Like the trade routes, yeah. Like it just has to be one of those things where you have to be just Johnny on the spot with it. Weapons we don't make. Wool. Well, we make toys. I'll sell you some friggin' toys. There we go. Was that not an Axis trade route that we did for the logs? Oh, okay. That was not an Axis trade route for the logs. Where's our completed ones? There was an Axis. That's the Axis, and we completed it. Why is it? Fulfill an import trade. Oh my goodness. Reading is important. So we gotta go find an import trade from the Axis. And of course there's not one. God darn it. There's one. We can import nickel, but it's a huge markup. It's 42% above standard, and there's 2,500 of them. I guess we're gonna do it anyway. Let's do it. Let's pay a premium for nickel just so the Axis will be happy. Even though we don't even need nickel right now. And we probably, when we get a huge increase like that, we probably should find like steel and start making cars. We should probably start making something that just has a huge markup. Like the food's just never going to do it. Like the food's just never going to be a big markup. Not until you can do like some really cool stuff with it, like the cigars. You can turn it into something. Ba-da-da, ba-da-ba, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Okay. Now start using it. Start processing it. There we go. Toys. Toys, toys, toys. Really wish I knew how this worked, man. Really, really wish I knew why that thing would get up like to 800, then it starts going down or it resets. That's got to be a bug. It just has to be. Like, there's no other explanation for why we get up to 800 and 900 and just turn over again. I still got, ooh, I got 5 people working there. What about you? I got 5 people working there too. They're all just trying to make their way to their job. Or they're all going home or something. Time off. Yeah, look at how they spend their time. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Got the restaurant going. Look at that, man. So happy to see that. Restaurante over here is rocking and rolling. This place over here, it needs a restaurante as well. Where shall we put a restaurante? Probably within walking distance of some of these places, right? Kind of feel like there should be a road. I see another shack right there. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to change your location. We'll put you there. And then you. Can I put you like right there? Better. Then I'm going to bring a road down. Oh, it doesn't go straight. Look at that. It kind of has this like weird bend to it. I don't like that at all. And then maybe we'll put the restaurant in here. Perfect. Perfect. And then we'll do a 2x2 little park right there. That's amazing. I love that. And that right there, it might be the perfect for a flop house. And then we have a little spot right there. I don't know what to do with that. A 1x1 park. Oh, is that another park too? Oh, we put 2 parks right next to each other. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Let's relocate this park. Let's put it somewhere where it'll do some more good. Oh, they hate this over here. Look at that. Put it right. Oh, that's already green. Put it right next to the manure plant. There we go. We'll force people to smell it. That's so funny that I didn't even notice we already had a park right there. We'll put something else right there. We'll put like an apartment or a mansion or something right there. Ah. Nothing like having a shack right outside a college. A true college student right there. Let's look at the housing problem. 14. 1 well off. 3 poor. So put a house right there on the corner, right next to the college. A lot of houses, or a lot of colleges, give their president a free house. Does that need to go that way or that way? I guess we'll do it that way. I know that Emory does that. Did we just get $20,000, but we only got $4,000? Were we really that much money in debt? That sucks. Nickel. Look, we have 1,000 nickel on hand. Hooray. Oh, I guess we had to pay out the teeth through the nose for that. Yeah, negative $800. I think if you get down to negative 15,000, or was it 50,000? Like it tells you that you're done. You can keep playing, but like that's what happened to the other game. Is we got that pop-up saying that we pretty much failed the game, but we kept playing. I hate to end on a sour note. It's going to take a while. When this guy gets in, we'll end. Hopefully we'll have a humongous chunk of money. Look at that, 23,000 or 2,300 toys. 440 bananas, 500 logs. I wonder if we can go ahead and just... Oh, we are going to be selling the nickel. So we're going to import the nickel at a markup, then we're going to turn around and just sell it right back out. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm going to go ahead and destroy that building. We don't really need it. That was for a quest. The quest wanted us to have 2 of those. I really shouldn't have done that, because this one's the one that looks dumb. I should have destroyed this one. But this one had stuff in it. This one has logs. Yeah, negative $10,000. And a fire, but we have 2 fire trucks responding. So this shouldn't be a problem at all. They should have people out here doing stuff, like throwing knives at it and stuff. That'd be neat. Why do I like something? Because he says, "Porque me gusta," like, why do I like? Another shack. Goodbye, shack. 4 people still need a place to live. Inside a plantation, on the way to a tavern. On the way to a tavern, on the way to botanical gardens, on the way to a plantation. Plantation. Let's go find... So you work out here. I can't build a house. I'm broke. I'll put another flop house in over. Oh, I'll put another flop house over here. That should help. Negative $20,000, gonna make $30,000. Next arrival in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He has arrived. And now we're gonna unload. You only get 2 a year? That's interesting. I wonder if I should build another dock. Yes! We did the thing with the toys. We're gonna be exporting cigars. Yes, we can do cigars. 600 cigars. Can we do another one? Bananas? That takes 5,000? No. Alright, building a house. Another flop house out here. For people who apparently are homeless, but they work out here. 13 unemployed citizens? Oh no. Oil? We have the oil well now? We can do it. Ooh, what about a mine? That's only $1,200 for a mine? Yes. What are you? This is iron? Oh, we can just have an iron mine right there. For 1,200 bucks, we can start producing iron. I think that's sold. I'm gonna do that again. Show me something else. Is that gold back there? Holy crud! Now we have a gold mine. Is there something else? I can just click right next to a road? That would have been amazing. Another gold mine over there. We have iron coming up now. We have gold coming up. And really, we could have another iron mine too. It's not going to be that bad. I mean, no one lives out here. So let's not do it. What is that? Nickel? Nickel, yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. That wow, we just have gold and iron. And really... Look at that, I've already done it. I've already made the road connect. That's lovely. Lovely. What can you build with iron? Processes coal and iron and produces steel. It emits pollution. Okay. Processes steel and nickel to produce weapons. That's 4,000 just to buy the thing. So we can't do that. But we do have iron now. Like, we will have people working in... Look at that, there's a shack right there. Where'd I build that? Other flop house over here. Yeah, so kind of close to where it needed to be. Da, 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 da. Here they come to build it. Nice. And then we'll watch and we'll just see how fast people move into it. And we'll kind of know. I can't believe that. I can't believe we have 14 people without jobs. Ridiculous. Not to mention it's ridiculous we can't make money to save our lives. Oh, look at all the people on the bus. Look at all the people on the bus. That's great. I love, love, love seeing the buses being used. Okay, we have 2 people here working. Supposed to be a 3rd guy, but I guess he's driving over here. It's gonna be done built before he gets here. Yep. And we had 6 family move in immediately. Well, can't do anything. Yeah, put the other flop house over here. Where are these people? Oh, they're already there. They're building. Nice. There's only 2 of them, though. Everybody else is coming. Two people working. That's pretty quick. Another guy showing up. Another guy. What was that? Oh, we did the fish. Oh, the superior will be happy. We did the fish. There's the iron mine. We got 2, 3, 4 people working. Look at that. Nice. Man, that makes me so happy to see. Canary. Roasting chamber. Interesting. Yeah, I know.
I could count on you to...
I know you could. Look at that. We're at negative $20,000. That nickel's still on the deal, too. Canned goods. We have a cannery. Boats. We have cloth. We have 3,100 toys. Found research a Buskar. I really can't believe I'm so bad at this game where I'm losing so much money. I might have to retire from Factorio life.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente.
Oh, yeah.
It seems that they want a choice in...
I will give you an amazing speech. Fake happiness. We're gonna praise the communists. We're not gonna blame anybody. And we're gonna promise improvements on fake happiness. It's so funny that it's like the Axis and the communists, well, they're not the same.
My
Yep.
people, my children.
We did that.
Your prosperity is my honor. Your
Corn.
solidarity
I'll do
is
corn.
my faith.
I understand our requests have been fulfilled.
Yeah, give me the money. Let's just make sure I have corn. Make sure I can live up to that. As soon as I clicked it, I was like, I am producing corn, right? Oh, right. I gotta zoom in, but not too much. Come up a little up, but not too much. Okay, plantation and for corn. Ooh, there's some places back here to make it. Da-da. Some great places back here for corn. There's really no housing back here though. I'll do it over here. That's kind of nice. And there's already people who like live in the area, so do a corn there, and then do another corn over here. I guess that's fine. One overlay there. What is that? It's cotton. Fine. That's bananas, pineapple, corn, tobacco, banana, corn. Alright, yeah. We should be able to produce corn. Alright. Hey, look, our knowledge actually is up to 1,009. That's great. Not quite sure. Hopefully it'll keep going. And we only have 4 people who are unemployed and 6 people without homes. 2 of them are poor. 1 of them is well off. On your way to church and you're working. Looking at a logging camp. Oh, well. How much is an apartment? 3,000. How much is a house? Half that. I can go put a little house up here. And I'll put a little house over here too. There you go. So whatever logging camp you're working at, there's a house close by. So maybe you'll finally move into that. Stop being a jerk. What are they doing? They're gathering. Oh yeah. So they're gonna be gathering, and then they'll walk over here and they'll get on that thing and fly off. Thank goodness I can't hear this thing. Remember that one game we were playing where this thing was in our ear the entire time? That was so annoying. Okay, but on that note, I am going to take a break. We're at negative $6,000. Things are going bad, but hopefully we'll be able to pull out of it, and we'll make it work. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.